Xin chào mọi người cùng cắm hoa với mình nhé. Sao? Sao? Gì đấy em? Gì đây?
Không chị.
Mẹ thấy ai vừa gọi mẹ nhỉ?
Không biết.
Chắc là con cáo nào ấy.
Chắc là tổ bẹ.
Chắc là con cáo ngang nào ấy.
Không, chắc là con tổ bẹ.
Mẹ vừa mới nghe có con cáo ngao xinh lao con.
Mẹ không bao giờ trả em quẩy à?
Này đang nói chuyện với em cho vui.
Toàn vui á. Mà em nói chuyện mà mẹ. Em nói chuyện với mẹ Tám.
Cho ăn đó. Em đang ngày cái gì đó mà em kêu cho ăn.
Đi tôi à? Mẹ tại cái nước ở mô mà ra một tê. Cái nước mô mà ra được chút mẹ. Tại cái nước ở mô mà ra được.
Chốc rơi chân.
Dạ im à? Em về cô giáo em một tí.
Dìm nhắc chân không quên là ôi, đạp rơi điện thoại đi.
Cả của ai đó à? Mới được cả của ai đây?
Của mẹ chứ của ai.
Mà anh sao được? Mà chi mẹ bấm vào Zalo ấy. Mẹ. Mà chi mẹ bấm vào Zalo ấy. Ai kia? Tất nhiên là anh cỏ ở đâu ấy? Anh cỏ ở mô ấy mẹ.
Người ta ăn cỏ trên điện thoại, ăn cỏ ở mô.
Anh cỏ ở trên điện thoại. Sao rồi? Một chút anh có tôi là có.
Chứ không có trở về cô nhé.
Miễn phí cho các bác mỗi người 2 cây hoa hồng nhé. Nhân dịp đây là lần đầu tiên cửa hàng nhà em mở bán online trên mạng nhé. Em tặng cho các bác mỗi người là 2 cây hoa hồng. Các bác muốn nhận miễn phí tên nào màu nào nhé thì các bác chỉ cần nhắn tin cho em để lại địa chỉ và số điện thoại nhé. Em sẽ cho nhân viên ra vườn lấy đúng cây đúng màu gửi cho các bác ạ. Mỗi vụ rồi nhà em còn sót lại khoảng là 2 đến 300 cây thôi nên em không bán nữa các bác nha. Em tặng hết cho các bác luôn các bác nhé. Đây này vườn nhà em đây này, các bác nhìn kỹ nhá, là nhà em chỉ làm hoa hồng ngoại thôi. Nhà em chỉ trồng hoa hồng ngoại thôi các bác nhé. Nhà em không trồng hoa hồng ta nên là cây em gửi tặng cho các bác toàn cây hoa hồng ngoại rất đẹp rất độc lạ các bác nhá. Cây em tặng cho các bác nhá là em đã phun kích rễ kích hoa đầy đủ rồi. Em đảm bảo là các bác nhận cây về chỉ việc cắm xuống đất thôi là nó sống 100% các bác nhé.
Miller pull up, good.
And nice screen by Ike to free his teammate.
Adam Miller, he's an upside guy for the Zags. His offense hasn't been consistent this year, but he's a good offensive player. Bounce pass, little backdoor, Beasley, extra pass, wide open three, no. All that good passing, and then the missed three. Innocenti wrestles it away. Here come the Zags. Miller drives, Miller got it.
Tough. Nice finish in transition. Zags with numbers.
Coming off that 21-point game. He was one of Gonzaga's best players. Another open look from three. And another miss. Macic just can't get one to go down.
He had a big game against San Diego. We just can't get him to go down tonight.
Ike, step back three. Good!
Stop it, big fella.
Back in for UNLV. Remember, he picked up 2 early fouls, but the shot blocker, #1 in the Mountain West at 2 per game, they could use him defensively. They've been a different team in the time that he's missed this season.
Oh, I mean, his length, his activity, certainly you feel his presence on the defensive side of the basketball. The question is, can he be mature enough right now to not pick up a 3rd foul?
Coach Bassler mentioned to us a few times, defense at the 5 position has been such an important part of UNLV's late success.
Yeah, the 5 is often the defensive anchor.
Drop off, Rechsteiner to a rolling Bemba. Bemba, bully.
First of all, it was a dime from Rechsteiner, and then Bemba, a patient bully with the shot fake, maneuvering around the defense.
I don't know many patient bullies. I feel like the characteristic is aggressive. Speaking of aggressive, when Arby tried it, did not succeed. They brought the house down. Rechsteiner, it goes, and a whistle. Loose ball foul as Bemba hits the deck. Rechsteiner, count the J.
Rechsteiner finding his groove, facilitating and scoring. Watch the dime, the bounce pass, pocket pass, and Bemba. Couple of shot fakes around the defense to get a good finish. And then Barnaby said, I'm going to try you. You better be ready. And Booth, fearless at the rim. I like it. Come on.
Nothing easy in the Mountain West. You kidding me?
Come on, we in the Mountain West.
So Bemba was pushed to the deck. Benarby threw him there, so that's his first foul. Yeah, the jumper for Rechsteiner counts. Of course, a lot of perspiration around the free throw line and the paint. That's because the players have been standing there for a good amount of this first half. So the basket goes and 2 free throws for Bemba.
And Bemba really adds to the depth of this Rams team. You saw his numbers, but is really efficient in the paint. And you're seeing how he is crafty with the way that he dives to the basket, finding channels to make himself available underneath the basket.
Second free throw off. They still, though, get 3 points on that possession to build a 4-point lead. Fun matchup. Rechsteiner defending, gives Lawhorn. Great pass into the paint. Gets the defense in rotation.
Impeccable rotation from the Rams.
Left-handed pass to the near corner. That was sensational. A foul underneath. Wow, how about that pass to set up the dribble drive attack?
Yeah,
Fleming to the line.
It is not just scoring with Gibbs Lawhorn because he attracts so much attention. You're always going to see numbers in his pathway. And so here, great left-handed pass. And then I love the way that the drive and using the shot fake to set up the drive. Fleming Jr. just getting the defense, baiting the defense. He's drawn a couple of fouls here early.
80% free throw shooter misses. Now his 3rd straight game off the bench. He started 20 of his first 21 games this season. Minutes down, but they've liked what Walter Brown has given to the starting lineup.
I think Walter Brown provides size at 6'5", good defender, gets in passing lanes and can bang a little bit more. What I like about Fleming Jr., though, is he's another player that can get into the paint and create for others. And when you have a scorer like Gibbs Lawhorn, you got to take the pressure off of him sometimes.
Gibbs Lawhorn
playing right there.
Keita got it going on offense and defense. Here comes the O.
Yeah, that's big time right there. That is a big time Keita putback.
And here comes the D, blocking Burries.
The Keita, fantastic job. Jaden Bradley, still one of the most underrated guards in the country.
On the way, the SEC was positively bonkers. And I might be underselling it. Wait till you see what happened in T-Town and Stark Vegas. Next.
Look, Mom.
Wow! Ugh, wish I bought Dixie. These weak store brand plates turn hard work into heartbreak.
Next time, get Dixie Ultra Plates. 3 times stronger than the leading store brand. Dixie, make it right.
The Women's USA Bobsled team is the closest team on earth because they use Native's Global Flavors collection. Clean, simple, effective formulas. Because the only metal you want on your skin is gold. Find Native Global.
Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a sec.
Jumping back into the fire is going to do you right.
And I'll get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Welcome to the U.S. Marshal.
A new era of Yellowstone begins on Marshals, CBS.
Better than ever. Oh wow, 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 wow.
I'll have the burger. Actually, I'll have the chicken.
I feel like everyone's looking at us.
Told you that barber was legit.
Recipe for a fun night? Spam musubi. With a side of friends, sizzle, pork, and mmm.
And if I wear a sweater, I'm not gonna be able to see. Oh, hey, there you are. Are you ready to go watch some more me? No, not this time. I'm wide awake. I'm not gonna fall.
Warehouses.
Colorado State back in action on CBS Sports Network. They host San Diego State Saturday, 6 Eastern, right here on CBS Sports Network. Dre Gibbs Lawhorn has been one of the best shows in Las Vegas, really, over the last few weeks, and he is putting on another clinic.
Not just the three-point shooting with him. I mean, he does it in a mirage of ways, but shooting 53% from the field as a 6-foot guard is almost unheard of.
That's insane.
What? You know, the efficiency, the degree of difficulty, and we haven't even really seen him able to get downhill yet, but he's setting up his game with his outside shot first, so the paint will open up later.
But he is on the bench with those 2 fouls. Dre Gibbs Lawhorn. You said his nickname is Drip because his jumper is wet. Is your name Ice because your game is so cold?
I'll let the audience decide.
Okay, there we go. Slater. It's the second. How about Slater? He's a redshirt freshman. Just his 15th game this season. He scored 24 points all year coming in. 17 of them were in one game against Northern New Mexico. Just 7 points in all his other contests.
And he knows his role. I mean, it's to facilitate, to make sure that his team gets the right shots.
A dance around the rim from the Hamilton jumper, but a foul on the baseline. They'll stay here, and more free throws coming up. They get Slater. That's his first.
This is an area where Josh Patzner told us he wanted his team to dominate in terms of getting on the glass. And Al Green there rewarded for crashing the offensive glass, trying to go up off the rebound. It's a foul.
Lefty from Sacramento. 5 points, a board and a half per game. Plays about 15 minutes off the bench. Perfect. 23-23 for 2 teams that have won 3 in a row. 70th meeting all time between these teams. Colorado State has won the last 3. Bemba back to the basket. Oh, he slips, and you never want to see that for Bemba. They call a foul. Wow. They get Hamilton. Looked like, at least initially, that Bemba just sort of stumbled.
That did not look good, and you hate to see a player go down and immediately start wincing. Bemba here catches in the low post. Hamilton hit his lower leg, which then caused him to fall. I actually think that's a good call.
So Hamilton 2, Jones with 2, Brown with 2 for UNLV. And we mentioned with Bemba, he has dealt with lower body injuries throughout his tenure at Colorado State. So whenever he winces, a fan base does the same. Gets the roll there. Cadulis comes back in. They gave Kerry Booth a break. Bemba, he is offensively skilled at 6'7", 250 pounds, 72% free throw shooter. Right now, UNLV trying to play through the fouls.
Well, it's amazing, honestly, that they've stayed in this game and been so close with the foul trouble.
Green for 3. Another foul. This time it's on Colorado State. It is their 10th, which means 2 free throws for UNLV.
Tyron Jones just making the extra effort. And they want to be on the offensive glass. And Rams must do a better job of being intentional with getting a body on a player to secure the defensive rebound.
Cadulis' second foul. A line drive from Jones. He's just a 51% free throw shooter. But for the last 6:19 of this first half, both teams in the double bonus.
Well, and it's so important to make the other team pay for putting you on the line. You know, these are free shots. You want to convert. Going 0 for 2. We say in Jersey, you got to finish your food.
How hard is it as a player, as you can see the fouls piled up, to be able to have a rhythm where there seems to be a whistle on every possession?
That's extremely hard. I have no doubt that these players have felt disrupted. But we saw the calls early in the contest. First 2 minutes, the referee set the tone of how they were going to call it. Again, it's on the players to adjust.
Jevin Muniz, 37% from downtown, rattles that one home for a 5-point Ram lead.
Yeah, that had some range as well. Good-looking shot.
That's the first 3-point made for Colorado State. Slater hounding Green, draws the double team, and an excellent kick out. Use the ball fake to penetrate, setting up Green for 3. Everything but the bucket.
Very unselfish from Williamson. I actually thought he should have taken the layup, though. He did all the work and got right inside. It didn't seem like anyone was contesting him, but passed it out to get a 3.
Muniz, who just hit the 3. Uses the post-up. Fadeaway jumper is butter. 5 in a row for Muniz.
Love when guards also show the ability to post up smaller guards. It's an underrated part of the game. And Muniz, with his size and skill, able to get a high percentage look.
The high dribble for Jones. Rifles to the wing. The Williamson 3, made the Hamilton 3 off iron. Colorado State has scored the game's last 7 after it was tied at 23. Bemba rumbles, stumbles, it doesn't matter.
Bemba, the shot fake, the finish inside. High percentage looks for the Rams.
Saturday, outspoken former champion Sean Strickland takes on the relentless grappler Anthony Hernandez. Wow. Only one will take a major step towards UFC gold. UFC Fight Night, Saturday, only on Paramount Plus.
Ascending to the top takes focus, dedication, commitment. One thing above all else. What you put first defines you. At Werner, we put safety above all. No shortcuts, no compromises. Because we believe that what you stand on should match what you stand for. Werner, proud to support and protect those who continue to reach higher. The official ladder of NCAA March Madness.
This is the true story of Alex. Recently promoted, he was earning more, but investing for the future,
I definitely needed a plan.
With his advisor Dennis, Alex invested his savings into 3 accounts.
One for now, one for later, and of course, his retirement.
A plan in motion put the future in focus. The wedding, the barn-dominium, kids.
Maybe kids.
The point here, Alex has more than big goals for his future. He's got a plan to get there.
Okay, Richardsons, the holidays are done. It's February.
We thought so too, but then Verizon just gave us their best deal.
4 new iPhone 17s, all on them.
Now's the time for the best deals at Verizon. Like 4 iPhone 17s, all on us. No trade-in needed.
Love that spirit, folks.
Alvarez.
Alvarez? Who's Alvarez?
Americana for Alvin.
Corporal Alvarez. Well done. Thank you, sir.
UEFA Europa League on CBS Sports Network and stream every match live on Paramount+.
In Las Vegas, the Thomas and Mack Center, where Colorado State is on the run. Now, I know 21 is an important number here in this city. Blackjack. About 21 combined fouls, though, in the first half. We still have a chunk to play. Got to play through the whistle here tonight.
I mean, what I think about actually is leading up to this game, we talked to both head coaches. They mentioned the physicality and how this league really likes to pack the punch in the Mountain West. And so both teams need to adjust to how the game is being called. I think the easiest thing, especially for the guards who are picking up fouls, is less hands on drives. Use your feet. Make it a foot fight rather than you trying to make it a fist fight and putting too much hands. You're allowed to have one hand, you're allowed to go 1-2 in kind of a hot stove situation, but you can't completely have 2 hands on the ball, and I'm seeing that being called a lot for both guards on both sides.
Is it one of those things where teams want to establish how they're going to play early and figure, hey, the refs aren't going to call it this aggressively for 40 minutes of basketball, so if we establish the tone of physicality, even if we tone it down a little bit, it's still tough.
I wouldn't bank on the refs changing their style.
Well, wait, they've been consistent throughout this game. Fight for the ball on the deck. Colorado State on the run. Moody, yeah!
He's bringing the energy. Last couple of minutes, he has been the push for the Rams. An 11-0 run.
The largest lead of the night. Benarbi scoots, and Bemba commits the foul. Second on Bemba. Defense into offense for Colorado.
The second leading scorer on this team. Kind of steps into the 3. And isn't able to land cleanly.
And the first foul on Booth. So a chance at a much-needed 4 for UNLV. And Hamilton delivers.
Yeah, if you're the Rebels, you want to try to cut this thing to within 6 going into the half.
Stopping a 3 from getting it to that deficit. Muniz against Brown, quick first step. That pivot, footwork, put that one on YouTube. Man, that is exactly what you want to do in the lane. And then they throw it away. Almost a 3-point play, but more free throws. And how about the little-used Darnell Slater getting involved? Coming up on AT&T at the half, we'll go back to New York. Kiana Martin, Wally Zerbiak, Rory Hibbert, and Gary Parrish. Busy night in college basketball. A couple of favorites going down. It's coming up with the AT&T at the half. Walter Brown, his 3rd foul on that last sequence, sending Slater to the line.
This is the way that you want to finish halves if you're the Rams. Feels like they've picked up the defensive intensity. Slater there intercepting the inbounds pass, and then offensively they are getting whatever they want, but a ton in the paint.
And Slater with 5. How valuable for those for Oakmanesh in a game without Josh Pasquarelli and JoJo McIver to get productive minutes from Slater.
Hey, it's next man up mentality, and especially this late in the season. Definitely tough being without some of your leaders, but other players get the chance to step up, and Slater not doing anything outside of his skill set.
And Farokmanesh has had the benefit of keeping Jorgensen on the bench and still having his team's lead grow. Jones hits the ground hard. He'll get 2. Of course, Jones missed 3 games this season with a shoulder injury that he suffered against New Mexico. See that shoulder getting a little extra attention. Has a wrap on his left hand as well. He's been through it. Keeps on producing, though, for Coach Passner.
He took a tough fall and was trying to, look like take a pro hop over the defense. Good to see he's all right.
Such a valuable piece off the bench. 7 blocks in the last 2 games. He is the foundation of their team defensively. Fits in the scoring column. A Vegas native, but his last year of high school, Layton Christian Academy in Utah. All net on the second. Approaching 1 minute to go, and a foul-filled first half. Muniz wide open, a defensive miscommunication, and the sharpshooter makes them pay.
He has been on point. Knocking down threes on the outside, scoring inside, an all-around game.
He has 14 in this half. He came in averaging 11.5 per game. Of course, the shooters bounce. To close the half for UNLV. Isaac Williamson, not much of a shooter. That's 6 in a row to end the half.
Clock winding down from the logo. Little extra something there for Isaac, and that might be the momentum the Rebels need going into the half. Look at this. Count it. That was well and good from Williamson. 3 hands up to contest. What a bucket.
Oh, that is a big-time shot for UNLV. Perhaps a shot in the arm as they go into the locker room. And still a Colorado State lead. And after the break, we'll head to New York. Kiana Martin in the crew. AT&T at the half. College basketball on CBS Sports Network. Presented by Old Trapper Beef Jerky.
Tonight here in Boise.
The crowd is pumping at the pit. This place is electric.
We're all seeking a spark. That can't deny it feeling that pushes you forward. For us, it starts here. Where elevation fuels inspiration and roots run deep. We make a difference with high-impact research and rise up when it matters most. Your education begins on campus, but your experience can take you anywhere. When you find your energy at CSU, you discover anything is possible.
Don't let living with cancer define you. Discover an injectable immunotherapy, Opdivo Qvantig, for certain previously treated adults whose kidney cancer has spread. A chance to live longer, a treatment that's faster. Unlike an infusion that takes 30 minutes, Opdivo Qvantig lets you receive treatment quickly in as little as 3 minutes. Opdivo Qvantig can cause your immune system to harm healthy parts of your body during and after treatment. These problems can be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, eye problems, extreme tiredness, changes in appetite, thirst, or urine, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain or fever. Report severe or persistent muscle or joint pain. Tell your doctor if you have myasthenia gravis or Guillain-Barré syndrome. Immune system problems include Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or lupus. These are not all the possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune or nervous system problems, if you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant or receive chest radiation. Opdivo Qvantig can harm your unborn baby.
A chance to live longer, a treatment that's faster.
Ask your doctor about Opdivo Qvantig. See OpdivoQvantig.com for more information.
Down and down, 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 down,
This is AT&T at the Half. Connecting changes everything.
Hello and welcome into our New York studios for AT&T at the Half between Colorado State and UNLV. Kiana Martin here alongside at the end, Roy Hibbert. In the middle, we got Wally Zerbiak right over here to my right, Gary Parrish, and we just saw that right before the buzzer, Isaac Williamson with that three from the logo to cut the Rams' lead to 8. Roy, what are you liking out of what do you see in the first?
Well, first of all, this game started off plagued with foul trouble. Teams were in the one-and-one with like 4 or 5 minutes into the game. But once the game started to calm down a little bit, you're going to see some great ball movement and some great spacing on this 13-5 run by Colorado State. Look, there's nobody in the paint whatsoever. Great pass from the logo right there. There's no ball pressure whatsoever. A nice little pocket pass, pump fake, get the guy in the air, kicks it off the glass. Then again, look at the spacing going one-on-one, top of the key. This one was a little bit contested. Wasn't as great as the plays beforehand, but they're doing well. They're moving the ball, and they're playing at an excellent level.
And just shooting just south of 63% from the field. But let's get you caught up on some action from around the country. And how about we stay out west with Gonzaga visiting San Francisco. The Zags looking to make it 35 straight wins against the Dons. GP, you got this one?
Yep, and Tyon Grant Foster's got this one. That's a dunk. Gonzaga goes up 14-6 early, but San Francisco now out in transition. Vukashin Masic gets that to go. We're tied 14-14. Davis Fogel, he's going to be the next great Zag. Freshman has been terrific this season. Gets the bucket there. Here's Graham Ike. Zags up 58-41. Look like they headed for their 26th win of the season.
This one was fun. Top 25 matchup in the SEC. Arkansas visiting Alabama.
Down 3. Darius Acuff ties the ball game with seconds to go. LeBaron Philon, chance to win it. No good. This game was so good, it needed to go to double overtime. What a game this was. There was 49 points for Darius Acuff. Houston Millette hits the big corner 3. That would be the game winner. Big shot right there. Oof. And then this is the last chance for Acuff. Misses the shot. Malik Ewing has a chance to tie, but he misses the dunk, Roy. You never miss plays like that. Big win for Alabama.
Vanderbilt on the road at Missouri.
This is Trent Pierce with the putback dunk. Puts the Tigers up 76-64, but Vanderbilt's getting back in it. Tyler Tanner, he had a game high 27. It's a 3-point game. Here's Tyler Nickel with the 3, cuts it 2-1, and Vanderbilt actually going to have one more chance. Tyler Tanner! Missouri wins at 81-80.
Meanwhile, in the Big 12, 23rd ranked BYU visiting 4th ranked Arizona.
It's a big mammal right there in Boban. He started in the second half. Anthony Del Orso will hit that 3 from the corner. Great baseline out of bounds play. He had a team high 22 points, and Ivan Karchenkov, he's going to hit this jumper a little Dirk-esque off of 1 foot. The Wildcats lead 61-4 transition. Arizona wins. That's a 10th quad 1 victory this season.
In the Big 10, how about Illinois taking on USC out west?
This was a blowout. That's David Mirkovic getting it to go. Illini up 18-6 at that point. It's getting worse. 41-24 after that dunk. Keaton Wagler with the assist. He had 4 of those in the game, 10 points, 2 steals as well. Mirkovic nails a 3. He had 14 points. Illinois in a blowout. Final score 101-65.
Meanwhile, in the ACC, Virginia has won 6 straight since losing to UNC on the road against Georgia Tech.
Speaking of blowouts, Tester Ritter gets to his left hand, gets that bucket to go. Devin Tillis, he knocks down the 3. Cavaliers are up 17 early on the road. Continue to pour it on. Chance Mallory hits that 3, 32-point lead, and then Malik Thomas with the pull-up triple. A massive win for Virginia Tech on the road.
In the Big East, the Johnnies looking to make it a clean sweep of Marquette this season.
Oh, great block by ZB Ejiofor. Ian Jackson, he's going to say, you know what, I'm going to pass it now. I'll take it myself. He gets it off the glass. Game is tied for 6. St. John's up. Bryce Hopkins with the strong finish in the paint. You're going to see more of him on this highlight. We have one more highlight left, and who is it? It's Zuby Ejiofor again with the nice little basket off the glass.
Meanwhile, more action. UConn looking to sweep the Blue Jays for the first time since rejoining the Big East.
There's our guy, Emeka Okafor. Hang his number 50 in the rafters. That's what they did. Taris Reed gets that bucket. Huskies up 6, but Josh Dix, he knocks down that triple. Blue Jays up 3. Where's the UConn defense? They were missing in action. Blake Harper drills the 3, and what a win for Creighton against UConn. That is a terrible loss for the Huskies. They have to get back to business and playing some defense.
Yeah, absolutely. Roy, what'd you think of that?
I want to talk about that UConn, loss. Obviously, Creighton did well. Everybody was playing above their averages, but, sometimes it's hard to, get up for games when you don't play a team, with a number next to their name after you've been at the top of the rankings for so long. But for me, Alex Karaban, I know he is a veteran. He's has the most points in UConn history. Last week he got awarded that, but he was only at 2 points, 6 shot attempts. And to me, as somebody that's seen his career, he needs to take a little bit more to take a little bit more shots. Maybe I'll be okay with him forcing shots, but only 6 shot attempts when obviously they want to keep winning and keep that pace. He got to get some rest, I think.
UConn taking a quadrant 3 loss at home is probably the biggest headline of the night, but the most impressive thing we saw was Darius Acuff Jr. 49 points in defeat, sure, but it wasn't his fault. He was terrific. John Calipari's obviously coached a lot of great one-and-done guards. Derrick Rose, John Wall, Tyreek Evans. This is the next great when he's terrific.
The next great when he said it himself right here, but we are at the half of Colorado State, UNLV. Jevin Nunez batting 1,000. Perfect 6 for 6 from 2.
Factor on both sides of the basketball. He's up to 11 points.
One of Josh Pastner's first elements of recruiting was making sure he could hold on to Jones, who did sign with the previous staff, Kevin Kruger's staff at UNLV. Pastner came on. Jones, a Vegas product. And yeah, you can want to keep all the 6'9", lanky, shot-blocking forwards that you can.
Sounds like you're describing LeBron James.
I ain't going that far yet. Don't put that in my mouth just yet. With what Jones can do, he completes the three-point play. A two-way impact to begin this second half.
It's really what UNLV needed. They needed someone to be the defensive anchor, and at that 5 position, he certainly brings it.
A lead as large as 14 and trying to get it back there. Jace Butler, who's a 40% sniper from behind the line. UNLV scores 79 points per game. They give up 79 points per game. Trey Gibbs, Lawhorn. His name sounds like a law firm. Rex Steiner is foul. A whole traffic, bumper cars in transition.
What kind of law do they practice?
Bucket law.
Okay.
Don't know if that's a thing. My brother's like laughing at me because he's a lawyer. My mom's a lawyer.
It's good to have a lawyer around.
Well, Jorgensen could have gone up initially, but he still gets 2 inside.
The Rams still finding a way to score in the paint.
And going back to what Nico Medved did with his offense here with some great players, and now Ali Faroukmanesh. This is one of the most aesthetically pleasing offenses Colorado State in the country. Gives Lawhorn. That's about as tough of a look that guy gets.
Well defended by Jace Butler, just all up in his grill and got the contest. But here, offensively, another assist for the Rams. And Jorgensen on the slip action scores well off 2. So shot fake, find an angle, and then a nice finish.
13 assists on 20 made field goals.
That's hard to guard. It is hard to guard when the ball is the fastest object on the floor. Think Spurs basketball with Greg Popovich when they were really, really great with Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili. That is what you're looking at in terms of the style that this team plays with.
I thought you were going to bring up Coach Quentin Hillsman at Syracuse. And boy, well, not quite at that level.
Our ball movement wasn't quite there, I'm being honest.
You were jacking it, doesn't matter. Get those buckets. Out of bounds, last touch by UNLV. Chris Lewis, Ice Young, here in Las Vegas. Our producer, Lance Barra, our director, Bill O'Brien. Thanks for staying up late with us. Mountain West, late night in Vegas. What a better spot to have it. Josh Pastner in his first year with UNLV. Ali Farouk-Manesh, his first year leading the way at Colorado State. 2 of the 3 first-year head coaches in the conference. Butler bounces. UNLV's defense rotates to prevent the easy Slater look. Bamba, brilliant. Bamba, bang! Wow! What a move inside by Bamba.
Bamba looking like baby Shaq out there. Come on now, off the bench in double figures.
A 7-0 Colorado State run. Bamba with 11. And those were a highlight too.
Oh, I can't wait to watch that back. Good time.
Blazer in the lane.
That is a high level of difficulty. Again, baby Shaq out there.
Offensive skill is the name of his game. 6'7", 250. With the footwork of a Dancing with the Stars cast member.
Yeah, something we haven't talked a ton about in this game is the depth of the Rams. And we know that they have a very balanced scoring attack. Everyone likes to shoot the 3, and then if they don't, they have good passers who can also cut and finish inside. But Bamba is really that punch off the bench that right now UNLV doesn't have an answer for.
3 Rams in double-figure scoring. Built their lead back up to 7 points.
A 1-3-1 defense from the running Rebels.
Out of the timeout to change things up. Bamba back at it. Late double. Rex Steiner launches. Bamba was the first to the ball, and it stays here with a loose ball foul on UNLV. Kamani Hamilton, and that is foul number 4. He has fouled out 10 times this season already, the most in college basketball.
It's really a shame because he plays with such a high level of intensity, trying to rebound on that possession. And you're forced to pull him out because of the way that he plays and how valuable he is both sides of the basketball. You need to give him a breather.
They did not cover Kidulis on the well-designed inbounds play, and he'll be rewarded with 2 free throws.
Baseline out of bounds execution is where teams can steal 8 to 10 points a game. If you just have a high level of execution, cut hard, screen hard, and know who you want to find.
I think the fans at home would be surprised how much time in shoot-arounds are spent working on those inbounds plays and defending those inbounds plays.
Yeah, certainly. And we saw Coach Ali today go through several of them. But that's why, is because when you can know that you can execute at a high level in this specific area of the game, why not take advantage? There are so many games within the game of basketball. One of them is scoring baseline out of bounds.
Missed 2 free throws. The UNLV band maybe plays a factor. Them in their baseball jersey tops.
Kind of tough.
An interesting look. It made me look good. Make sure UNLV baseball is off to a good start. They are 2-2 to begin the year. Gibbs Lawhorn is double teamed. Cross-court skip feed. Jones. An air ball chase. Didn't hit the rim. Gibbs Lawhorn. Cold from deep in the second half. Underneath Fleming. UNLV fighting for the right here in this second half.
Being bullies on the boards. Second and third chance opportunities. Tell you what, if they're playing a 1-3-1 zone, or man, they gotta have better ball pressure. It is just too easy right now for the Rams to pick them apart with the pass.
How much is this UNLV zone to try to stem the foul trouble as Rex Steiner lasers in a three-pointer?
That's the way to get a team out of zone, knock down shots from the outside. Rex Steiner's been impressive. We talked about that. Without Pasquarelli on the floor for the Rams, Rex Steiner needed to pick up his scoring a bit, and he's done it a multitude of ways.
That ball closer to us than it was to anybody on the floor. Out of bounds, leads to a stoppage. Colorado State keeping UNLV at bay.
Okay, Richardson, it's time for the tree to go. It's February. The holidays are done.
No, they're not, Gary.
They are.
We thought so too, but then Verizon just gave us their best deal.
4 new iPhone 17s, all on them.
Selfie!
You got anything under there for me?
Valentine's delivery? Perfect. More gifts.
Now's the time for the best deals at Verizon. Like 4 iPhone 17s, all on us. No trade-in needed.
Love that spirit, folks.
Introducing Mike's Hot Italian Sub from Jersey Mike's. The only sub that's served as hot as its hot takes. Hot take, everyone wants to be hot, subs included. Here's another hot take. Melty cheese pulls, way too hot for TV. Third hot take, chopped pepper relish is a love language. Hot take, a regular for only $8.95 is too hot a deal to pass up. Actually, that last hot take was more of a hot fact. The all-new Mike's Hot Italian Sub for a limited time only at Jersey Mike's.
I am an American soldier. I am a warrior and a member of a team. I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values. I am an American soldier.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Hampton by Hilton.
Fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. The Sphere lighting up the night in Vegas. Mountain West NCAA tournament projections, CBS Sports bracketology. Utah State winners against Boise State today. New Mexico, San Diego State. CBS Sports has them amongst the first 4 out. Now, you look at that picture, that would be a detour from what the Mountain West has had over the last few years, where it has been a dynamite multi-bid league. Of course, plenty of time for New Mexico and San Diego State to bolster their resume as we get into the final couple of weeks before the conference tournament.
Yeah, I think if you're San Diego State, you're looking at your schedule that you have left, and they still have Utah State and Boise State along with New Mexico. And so if you could get 3 of those wins, that would really boost their resume.
For San Diego State, that loss they had against Grand Canyon was a tough one. And of course, Grand Canyon's a tough opponent. And for New Mexico, Eric Olin, what he's doing in his first year, brand new team, taking over for Richard Pitino. It has been impressive.
We're learning in college basketball that retention allows teams to play better basketball early, when you can bring back the same pieces. Oh man, Fleming Jr. though. Talk about pieces. Redshirt senior has been sensational.
And to your point, we were talking to Coach Ferrokmanes before the game. He brought up, like, we have a complicated offense. It takes a while for our new players to learn how to play off each other, and he really feels like now they're starting to hit their stride.
Chemistry piece so important on the court and off, and it's the way to beat the defense. Get it to the high post area, heart of the zone, as Slater continues to score.
Little news guard off the bench. Darnez Slater with 7 points. It's been a monster half for Jones. Of course it goes.
I got to feed him and continue to feed him. I wonder what a 2-man game with him and Gibbs Lawhorn would look like, because you got to choose wrong either way. If you leave Lawhorn, he's going to score. If you leave Jones, he's going to score.
Especially in the second half. Slater picks up the dribble. behind the back between a leg pass. That was insane. The 3 drops by Booth, but the highlight was the pass. Rex Steiner set up his teammate. Colorado State forces a turnover. Slater dishes. Bemba lays it in. Colorado State, they're the running team against the running Rebels.
This is an important possession for the Rebels. You don't want this thing to get out of hand.
My jaw is still dropped from that Rex Steiner pass.
No, for real.
Jones, 14 since halftime.
Yeah, he's working. He is working. Decisive in his movements, clean footwork. Again, they don't have an answer for him. They gotta keep feeding him. Ball pressure.
And he knocks it away. Boy, is he eating. Jones, like a gazelle. He's like that. He'll go to the free throw line.
Here's the
basketball on loop.
It's just fun when you're able to share the basketball like this. Able to play with a little bit of flair.
That last foul was a big one, by the way. It was on Booth, his 4th. Yeah, Rex Steiner, the table setter. Just shy of 3 assists per game. He's a shooter. Came over from Virginia Tech, where he played 58 games in 2 years. But right now, the concern, Kerry Booth and his 4 fouls, the anchor defensively.
Well, and really, that's a credit to Jones. They have been attacking him one-on-one in the post. Able to make the free throw.
So he sits down. Jorgensen anchoring the middle. Kidulis also in it forward. Shot clock under 10. Rex Steiner double. Ball fake. Pull up Jay. Butter! The footwork to get that shot off was brilliant.
Rex Steiner being a sniper.
4 for 9 from 3 this half. UNLV still looking for their first triple of half 2. Give Lawhorn. Not this time. And some shuffling of the feet, but they say Mooney's did not have control of the ball until he established those feet. Station to station, Mooney's. Yes, sir. Back-to-back triples for Colorado State, up 13.
And they just have the Rebels running. Trying to scramble, trying to catch up, trying to close out, but they're late. And when they're late, they make them pay.
Jorgensen in the passing lane. Whip to Jones. Crossover against Kidulis. Jones dimes, corner, Brown 3, shorts. Brown chases his own board. It rattles around and out.
I need those to go in. You want those bunnies to be 2 points. Right now, UNLV just doesn't have an answer defensively. I actually thought the 1-3-1 disrupted the Rams just a bit, but if you stay in it for too long, they're going to adjust and pick it apart.
Mooney, season high, 17 points. Looking for more, has the defender on skates. Steffen defending. Oh, Mooney's! Time now, UNLV. It's the Mooney's breakout in Vegas, making the defenders go to their knees.
Just lulled them to sleep. And the Rams playing pretty basketball right now. It's Rex Steiner here. The wonderful pull-up, hand in his face, does not matter. Rams up big on the road.
I really want to be a part of winning gold.
I want to win. It's time to climb the mountain to the top.
Brenna, I want you to find happiness in who you are because you are the gold.
Family is not just here because you're winning. We'll always be proud of your kid.
When the program ends, I want to see that smile on your face.
A century ago, our founders made a promise to always take care of their own. That promise is still at the heart of everything we do.
and why our members know we'll do what's right. Because at USAA, we take care of our own.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network, presented by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. Largest lead for Colorado State. They're up 15.
Is what they are getting, Chris.
The full menu in Las Vegas. There's a lot of great menus. We'll be back to explain more of those in 30 seconds.
This is the true story of Alex. Recently promoted, he was earning more, but investing for the future, I definitely needed a plan. With his advisor, Dennis, Alex invested his savings into 3 accounts. One for now, one for later, and of course, his retirement. A plan in motion put the future in focus. The wedding, the barndominium, kids. Maybe kids. The point here, Alex has more than big goals for his future. He's got a plan to get there.
Coming up next, in-depth highlights, analysis, latest college hoops action, coast to coast, college basketball, inside college basketball, right here on CBS Sports Network. Do you guys really have as much fun as it seems like you guys have through the screen when you guys are on Inside College Basketball? You're a veteran at that show by now.
We actually have more fun.
More fun,
than what we show. Sometimes they have to settle us down in there because GP will start making his jokes. He becomes a comedian after 11 p.m. And Kiana Martin has to settle the guys down. Wally Zerbiak is just pure comedy the entire time. I love Wally. Wally's energy is amazing.
His Miami, Ohio squad now 26-0. I feel like whenever Wally comes up, you got to mention that.
Well, that's why his energy is amazing this season. His team is up.
Hamilton got pushed. Jace Butler, who's the team's best perimeter defender. His second person. This game was a one-possession ball game early in the second half. Colorado State responded in kind to build it back up to a double-digit advantage. Gives Lawhorn bullseye, the conference's leading scorer, coming off of 36 in the win against Boise State.
And terrific awareness from Isaac Williamson, who delivered the assist.
Butler cut off, needs to get rid of it, and he gets slapped on the hand. That's a foul. Williamson. News and notes are around the country. Brought up Miami, Ohio, 26-0. You have Michigan atop the polls. Well done. It feels like they've been the best team all year. Finally elevated to #1 in the AP poll. The 49 spot by Acuff, who's really in the conversation for Player of the Year. Kind of a dark horse candidate. That was a wild game. Arkansas and Auburn.
Yeah, and then the unfortunate injury to JT Toppin for Texas Tech, a team that seemed like they had all the pieces to really make a run this season.
Butler, rejected. Johnny Hamilton. Remember, UNLV. Johnny Hamilton. Remember, UNLV trailed by 23 points against Boise State in their last game. Came from behind and got the win with a late run.
At this point, it starts to be about clock management as well.
Didulis. Need a board as UNLV, they get it, and then a push. Fleming hits the ground, and a Colorado State foul. We will walk the floor for the 1-and-1.
Just getting a paint touch. The defense from Jones, and then Kidulis. And just crashing the offensive glass. Look how high up, though, Jones got to deflect that. I mean, he has been trying to do everything in his power to close this gap.
He's just a freshman. Just the ceiling of an athlete like that who can also play ball. We're seeing the breakout. Hamilton, size mismatch against Butler, deposits 2. Back within single digits, 8 with 3:45 left. Butler swings. New season high for Mooney as he turned down that three.
It's the patience and the maturity to know that you have the clock on your side. So let's run our offense and trust that we're going to get a great shot as the clock winds down.
Grates himself. Fade away. We've seen that a couple times. Doesn't go that time. Rex Steiner, offensive rebound. Fade away three. And Bemba grabs.
And I didn't think that was a good shot by Rex Steiner, but got lucky that his teammates got the offensive boards. For UNLV, this is not the time to forget to box out. Got to finish possessions with the rebound.
A lot of time off the clock this possession. Rainbow, Rex Steiner. Another contested board, but this time UNLV grabs. Jones open floor. Counting it one. The Jones takeover. Sensational. Running Rebs back within 6.
Can't guard him. Too tough. Jones showing off.
This vacation was such a good call.
3 moms sitting down at the...
I wish we could actually catch up.
Here, now you can. Over this DiGiorno wood-fired style pizza with crispy, airy wood-fired style crust. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
At Doth's, an ordinary pretzel just isn't enough. So they add savory seasoning and tempting buttery flavor into every delicious twist. Now that's enough to make you order a special delivery.
That seems like a lot.
They're really good. Doth's, sensationally seasoned pretzels.
Old Trafford elevated his game.
And for all the young kids that are watching right now, might be up a little too late, but that is an example of be ready when your name is called. Starter is out, Muniz needed to step up, and now he's earned some minutes and some trust down the stretch of the season because of how he's performed today.
Are you telling the kids to go to bed? No, you got to stay up for at least the last 2:30 of this one. Out of bounds with the tight pressure defense. Dre is not just an offensive star.
My thought here is to give it to Jones. Jones has 18 in the second half, and Colorado State has no answer for him defensively.
UNLV has scored the game's last 7.
Rams mixing up defenses. This is a zone look.
Williamson wanted it all. Denied.
He should have dished it.
Large effort from Fleming. It's out of bounds and belongs to Colorado State.
And Howie Fleming Jr. putting his body on the line. Definitely thought that should have been a dish from Williamson. How about the extra effort? Like you mentioned, that's what it takes to win games.
They actually said UNLV possession.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah, UNLV ball. But they're going to take a look and review it. We mentioned the new challenge rule, and both teams have at least a timeout left, and neither team has used a challenge to this point. Out of bounds, one of the things that you can challenge.
Previous out-of-bounds plays being challenged by the Colorado State head coach.
It was Fleming who dove to the deck. And at least, you know, to me, initially, I saw Fleming dive and reach his hand out, but Rex Steiner was right there and got his hand in the play, too.
And the thing about these type of reviews is it has to be conclusive, has to be absolutely clear, and no question of who hit the ball out of bounds. Otherwise, it will not be overturned. I'm not sure that is crystal clear on who hit it out last. Oh, see, from that angle, that to me looks like Rex Steiner. It looks like his fingertips are the last one to kind of push it out of bounds.
So again, it was Coach Farouk Manesh who challenged Colorado State. It was initially ruled UNLV possession.
Our other angle had it clearer. This angle, to me, makes it seem a little inconclusive. And it's tricky because, of course, Fleming Jr.'s body is going that way. But again, that angle, I feel like I see the fingertips of Rechsteiner last on the basketball. I can't quite tell if Fleming Jr. touched the ball after that.
Yeah, that left hand from Fleming, can you definitively say it touched the basketball right there? It's close, though. It might be worth the challenge. I mean, it was Fleming who helped create the chaos there. And if it stands, it would be the 5th turnover of the half against Colorado State, who only had 1 turnover in the first half. Key call with 2:20 left.
Oh, certainly. I mean, this could change the game and the momentum of this game, which has been in favor of UNLV for the last few minutes.
Colorado State, they win this challenge, they would keep their timeout. But again, if you need definitive proof to reverse it, not sure if we've reached that standard. But the officials are taking their time. Mike Reed, Mike Littlewood, Amy Bonner. Veteran crew, late night in the Mountain West. Here on a Wednesday in the conference. Boise State, Utah State, the other game in the lead today, and it was Utah State winning in blowout fashion. Colorado State looking to increase their winning streak to 4 games. UNLV also comes in winners of 3 straight.
My thought is that this is not conclusive enough to overturn.
The 2 first-year head coaches of these programs, Amy Bonner coming over towards us. 9 minutes. Coach Rorkmanes said maybe before the game, 15 to 17 minutes. Well, he's playing 15 to 17 minutes. Well, he's playing crunch time minutes. Shot clock at 10. Beba wants it, instead seals. Butler with Gibbs Longhorn reaching around. Shot clock at 3. There goes Slater, who lays it in. The Rams undeterred with the clock winding down.
He waited until his defender lost him and looked at the ball and made him pay on the backdoor cut.
UNLV needs a bucket. And this is the guy who they want the ball in the hands. Attracts 3 defenders. Sets up Williamson. No whistle. And Mooney's has it.
How is there a possession at this point in the game if you're the Running Rebels where you don't give Jones a touch? To me, that is a missed opportunity.
Colorado State comfortable with an 8-point lead, slowing things up. Season high, 19. Muniz in traffic, fade away. And Jones rebounds. He's been a one-man fast break in this second half. Gibbs Longhorn against 3, spins it in. 6-point game, 57.6 left. Josh Pastner timeout, their last.
Well, probably here he wants to set up the defense and see what they can do to disrupt Rams, especially in terms of full court pressure. But Colorado just doing a great job of getting what they want. The last second cut by Slater just completely beats his defender. You see Fleming Jr. turned, and as soon as he turned his head, Slater made the right cut and finish. And then here in transition, Gibbs Longhorn just will not be denied. That looked like a cone drill.
He's been treating the defense like they're cones for the last 3 weeks. Another game in which he has scored 27. He's been putting up 28 a game over the last 5, the reigning Mountain West Player of the Week. But right now, the task for UNLV is getting a stop against a brilliant offense, 57.6. The question is, can you let Colorado State wind this shot clock down in a 2-possession game?
Yeah, if you're trying to win, I don't think so. Your UNLV defensively, probably looking at trap. I've been saying ball pressure the entire game, but when they have a high level of ball pressure, it really deters the Rams from making those interior passes because you're closing down lanes, and so they really need to use their length. I wouldn't be surprised, too, if they run a little run and jump. Like maybe if you see that Rechsteiner gets the ball in his hands because of how steady he's been, you may just look to run and jump and be opportunistic.
It's been interesting. The last few minutes, Rechsteiner has actually been on the sideline. And he still is here as they break huddle.
That's a good point, because I would have thought he would have been on the floor, but They're trusting Slater, Butler, and Muniz, they have also been steady to close this one out.
Rams work the baseline. Need to get it in. Slater traps. Lobs and picks. Fleming steals it. Footwork in traffic. UNLV down 6. Gives Lawhorn. Wants to inside. He's too strong. And it's a 4-point game.
And I love that he went for the quick 2. Didn't take time trying to find the 3.
And they need to get it across. A timeout call. Colorado State running into problems against the press down the stretch.
And a little run and jump in the full court. Fleming Jr. intercepts the pass, then gets deep into the paint, doesn't see anything, so kicks it out. And a great decision here by Gibbs Lawhorn to get deep into the inside and then get a high percentage look. Again, a lot of times when you see it's a 2-possession game, players will think that they have to shoot a 3 and will go and get a bad shot up from 3. And instead, he wanted to make sure he got a good 2 and score the basketball.
All right, so against the press here, we've already seen one mishap for Colorado State. What is the key to handling the press?
First, you can't throw long, lobby passes. I mean, those are easy passes to pick off, as we saw in the last possession. So I'm looking for them to ball fake, to take care of the basketball. Interesting enough, Brandon Rechsteiner back in the game because his decision-making has been exceptional all night.
Muniz, Butler, Rechsteiner, Slater, Jorgensen, the Colorado State 5. Get it into Slater. Nobody found him. Across half court, there's the triple team. Butler catches. Slater wants it back, gets it back. Decision time for UNLV here. Do you let them play it out defensively? No, they foul Muniz. And with about 16 seconds separating the clocks in a 2-possession game, Jones hasn't been in foul trouble much since the early going. That is his 3rd.
And they probably wanted to foul a few seconds earlier. Good job by the Rams and staying composed and breaking the press and then getting the ball to Muniz.
1-and-1 coming up. Each team 17 fouls. Offense, defense, substitutions. Perfect. 77% from the line. New season high, 20.
Yeah, his veteran presence has just been shining through this entire game.
UNLV without a timeout. Colorado State has one. Just want to make it a 6. 22 seconds. 22 seconds. Gets inbound. Jorgensen trapped underneath the basket, and a timeout called Colorado State. So that is their final timeout with 16.7 left. Rams up 3.
Credit to Butler for knowing they had a timeout just in case he got in trouble, because he was dribbling underneath the opponent's basket, not having any options that he could clearly go to.
He was in the bad part of town.
Tell you what, for UNLV, gonna look back at this game and think maybe they should have pressed a little bit earlier. Their press really has been a factor down the stretch. Would have loved to see that around the 12-minute mark. Been a factor down the stretch. Would have loved to see that around the 12-minute mark when the gap started to get to double digits.
Neither team with a timeout left. Next foul each team is the 1-and-1. Possession arrow right now favors UNLV, which could be big, with 16.7 to go. All right, so if you're Colorado State, Rechsteiner's been the, as you said, the retreat to the corner. Hamilton in and out, but a whistle. He was out of bounds on the sideline. So it's a UNLV turnover with 11.8. They got the steal.
They got the steal. I mean, Brown reads it perfectly. Oh, a heel on the line. A heel on the line. Yeah, you can see it there. His left foot is clearly on the line.
And give credit, Amy Bonner was on top of it.
She was on it. She was on it.
So they got one steal. Can they do it again?
I also feel like this may sound elementary, but if there is a chance that you're going to turn it over in the backcourt here, just throw it long. Throw it long, away from their basket.
Tough spot to inbound it too. Muniz does get it into Butler, who's bumped. Fleming with the foul.
And not the first, not a bad foul at all. Fleming fouls right away as soon as the ball gets in bounds, so not much time goes off the clock. Now puts pressure on Butler to make some shots.
81% free throw shooter, the 1-and-1. If the first goes, it's a 2-possession game. Neither team with a timeout left.
Really impressed with how the running Rebels weathered the storm.
Butler. Front end. The Butler did it. 2-possession lead. He's been quiet offensively. Just 6 points. Lefty release. Ice in his veins. 89-84. Bembla back in. 11.2. Neither team with a timeout. UNLV has to go. Behind the back, it's Longhorn. Takes the long J. Bricks it. Rebound underneath. Fleming sits it back, 3.5. They get it in. Butler bumped. 2.9. So there's still a chance.
I'm telling you, I am still impressed with how quickly they have scored the basketball in these possessions in which they've needed a bucket. They have found it.
Yes. Quick to see the frustration from Gibbs Lawhorn. He's given it all on the line. This second half has been on the line. This second half has been free flowing, and it has been fun to watch.
He talks about the battle in the Mountain West and what the standings look like, and each team just trying to make sure that they can get another win under their belt in late February.
Front end, Butler does it once more.
Yeah, he's calm, cool, and collected.
Never let him see you sweat. He's grinning and winning.
Well, that's how you close out games, on the free throw line.
That does it. Colorado State holds on.
Welcome to Inside College Basketball. Keanu Martin here alongside Roy Hibbert, Wally Zerbiak. We got Gary Parrish, and we've got a final between Colorado State and UNLV. 91-86 your final for Colorado State. That's consecutive road wins at UNLV in series history. GP, what'd you make out of this one?
Well, that's 4 straight wins for Colorado State. 2 of those wins have come on the road. And though they usually shoot nearly 40% from three-point range on the season, it's top 10 in the country, they weren't quite there yet tonight. But it didn't matter because they shot 74% from two-point range inside the arc. They were making everything inside the arc. That 74% from two-point field goal, if that was their season average, they would lead in that category, the entire country, by 10 full points. That was an offensive clinic.
Huge free throws down the stretch by Jace Butler, and those are 1-and-1s. And I remember at the end of games, 1-and-1s are pressure-filled.
And going forward, which I think is a pretty bold statement for a guy who's now played just 2 seasons in the NFL. They see the wow factor, the it factor that Caleb Williams brings to the table. And as Lewis noted, like 58% completion percentage, imagine how good Caleb Williams will be, Boog, when he turns that up to even just like 65%.
Yeah, I think people see that the ceiling is super high. Very similarly, how we saw last offseason with Jaden Daniels, how everybody was clamoring to try to get to Washington to play with Jaden Daniels. I think the flavor of the offseason this year is Caleb Williams. I think if you're Max Crosby, I think you want to go where you think you can win a championship. I think Chicago is on the precipice of that. I think when you look at the Rams, I think the Buccaneers make sense because they need an edge rusher. And if they can stay healthy, I think they're going to be right back in the playoff mix. When you get a guy like a Max Crosby, he almost reminds me of it. And I'm not saying he's this, but think about toward the end, like the last 4 or 5 years of Charles Haley's career. Like he was a hired hand. He was going wherever there was an opportunity to win a Super Bowl because I'm bringing attitude, I'm bringing effort, I'm bringing sack production. I think that's the point where Max Crosby is at in his career right now, and him and his camp need to prioritize wherever the best situation that he can go to make sure he can make an impact for next season.
360 pressures. That's the number you see on your screen since Max Crosby entered the league in 2019. Dominant, to say the least. Coming up on NFL Live, you do not want to miss what Jamar Chase had to say about the Bengals' plans for the offseason. Our front office expert will tell us what should be Cincinnati's top priority.
Ace's YardRx program prescribes the best lawn care specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, you can get a personalized prescription delivered free from the helpful folks at Ace. Subscribe now and save 20% on everything you need all year. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Jen loved her Gain Hibiscus Hula Flings until Brad moved in and brought along a few new, exciting additions. And they discovered that when they mixed their scents, they were more than just soulmates. They were scentmates. For all-day scents that last, sniff the difference with Gain.
You probably know one. Your buddy, your sister, the ones who always show up.
Really, Mom? Yep, let's go.
They don't need permission to get going. They're the first to rise, the last to leave. They all have that little extra.
Just smile and say, switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get an iPhone 17 on them.
Switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes.
What they're trying to say is you can switch to T-Mobile and get iPhone 17 on us. And right now, we'll pay off your old phone up to $800.
Why can't we just say cheese?
Okay, cheese.
Plus, save up to 20% versus the other big guys by getting built-in benefits they leave out.
I'm switching and saving. I'm switching and saving.
The Disney Resorts Collection is the most magical place to stay at the most magical place on Earth. And with extra time at any of the 4 theme parks, why would you stay anywhere else? Start saving today.
At Dots, an ordinary pretzel just isn't enough. So they add savory seasoning and tempting buttery flavor into every delicious twist. Now that's enough to make you order a special delivery.
That seems like a lot.
They're really good. Dots, sensationally seasoned pretzels.
Saturday, some of the best teams in the nation, all day on ABC and ESPN. Arizona, Houston, Michigan.
There's another one.
Duke, just relentless. Iowa State, and BYU.
This is star power from the jump.
A blockbuster triple header, Saturday on ABC and ESPN.
Is your asthma rescue a dinosaur? Air Supra is the only asthma rescue inhaler FDA approved to treat symptoms and help prevent asthma attacks. Air Supra should not be used as a maintenance treatment for asthma. Get medical help right away if your breathing doesn't improve or worsens, or for serious allergic reactions like rash, mouth or tongue swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing, or chest pain. Using Air Supra more than prescribed could be life-threatening. Serious side effects include increased risk of thrush or infections or heart problems like faster heart rate and higher blood pressure. Ask your doctor if Air Supra is right for you.
Today, NBA stars aren't just all-stars. New types of stars emerge every night, and DraftKings is the best way to bet on whoever shines next. We're talking building block stars. The less run-it-back stars. Even stars yet to be defined. You can bet them all on DraftKings. New customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. The crown is yours.
Welcome back to NFL Live. Time to read and react to headlines across the league, starting in Cincinnati, where earlier this week, All-Pro wideout Jamar Chase gave his thoughts on the Bengals' offseason priorities to Sports Illustrated. Quote, I mean, everybody pretty much knows what we need. I've said it out in the media. All I've got to do is sit back and watch. I cannot control that. So all I got to do is control my production. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just stating my opinion on what I think we need. So I sit back, let the organization do what they do, and I just got to let my play do the rest. So, Lewis, he said a lot without saying anything at all there. What do the Cincinnati Bengals need to do?
Yeah, he did say a lot, didn't he? Look, I think, first and foremost, they got to protect Joe Burrow.
Okay, so that's one of the things that they need to do. They, in pass rush win rate, as measured by pass rush win rate, they've been terrible since Joe got to the football team. Let's quickly shift to the defensive side of the football. They can't stop the run. They can't rush the passer with any kind of frequency. They give up too many big plays in the back end. Al Golden doesn't have a whole lot to work with, although they've thrown a lot of resources at the defensive side of the football, in particular on the defensive line. It just has not panned out. So I don't know. Do they need to scout better? Do they need to develop and implement better? There's a lot of things, but I believe it starts on the defensive side, because without a good defense, there's just too much pressure on the offense, and Joe just cannot continue to take the kind of beating that he's taken.
Cincinnati reaching historic lows on the defensive side of the ball in 2025. To Tennessee now, where newly hired offensive coordinator Brian Daboll spoke moments ago about his plans for quarterback Cam Ward.
Again, we've had some young quarterbacks previously with obviously Josh and Jackson at New York, but everybody's different. I don't want to just put him into a particular box. I think the most important thing is to first develop the relationship with the young man. I always like to see the game through the quarterback's eyes, and again, there's going to be mistakes out there that I think he's made on tape previous, and he might have a completely different answer. So that communication is really important. Yeah, I feel comfortable with Cam. His ability to throw the football, his athleticism. Everybody's a little bit different in their drops. Everybody's a little different with their throwing motion. I'm excited to work with this young man.
Boog, Brian Daboll mentioned a name that has Titans fans' ears perking up there, Josh Allen. So if Brian Daboll can do for Cam Ward what he did with Josh Allen, I think things will be on the right track there in Tennessee. What are your expectations for those two when they team up this season?
You know, I think the thing that he did for Josh Allen is that he got him better while also using his attributes at the same time. If we remember, Josh Allen was running the football at a very high clip early on, design runs, running the football, and they slowly built the passing game up. He used what the quarterback had and built him up from there. If he does the same thing with Cam Ward has infinitely more to work with as a passer at this stage in his career than Josh Allen did. I think the sky's the limit. I love what Brian Daboll does. He's understanding how to coach these young kids because of what he did at Alabama. He coached college football. He understands how to reach this young generation. I think he's going to do wonders for Cam Ward. But make no mistake about it. We can talk about what he's going to do for Cam Ward. We can talk about all this. If they don't get somebody for Cam Ward to throw the football to, it doesn't matter who you bring in there. You can bring Johnny Unitas. You can bring Joe Montana back. You can bring Bill Walsh. It doesn't matter. Cam Ward needs weapons on the outside to throw the football to. His ceiling is as high as any young quarterback in football. But as Gisele Bundchen once said, he can't throw it and catch it himself, Lou.
Come on, Boog.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. I mean, look, he's got some young wide receivers in the stable. Look, like Ayuman or Chimere Dike, I mean, those guys are, look, they're young just like he is. And that's what Brian has to do. He has to get all these guys to kind of like step up and develop together. And he has to get Cam to play within the confines of the offense, get the ball all out on time, in rhythm, see the football clearly, make sure that he can absolutely just snap through progressions as quickly as possible. All the kind of things that young quarterbacks are going to take some time to do. Remember now, Brian really liked Cam coming out of Miami. The Giants wanted to draft Cam Ward. They just couldn't, quite honestly, they couldn't get up there to get him. And Cam Ward has everything that you're looking for from a mental makeup standpoint, from a football intelligence standpoint, and from a skill standpoint. He just needs to be protected, have a complementary running game, have wide receivers that he's on the same page with on a consistent basis. Yeah, it would be nice to have a true stud X number one. Of course it would. But I think there are a lot of things that really like tie these two guys together in a potentially very positively explosive way. And I think down in Tennessee, you need to be very optimistic about that.
Yeah, Lewis, I think we're a couple of years away from potentially saying Cam Ward was a sleeping giant and we just didn't pay enough attention to it. The talent is all there. They have the 4th overall pick this year in the draft, and they have all the cap space needed to make some audacious moves this offseason. I am not sleeping on the potential improvements for Tennessee as soon as next year.
All right, let's take a look at this Titans coaching staff because there's a common theme here. Everyone is bald. So I turned to our resident bald experts on the show. Lewis and Boog, you guys thinking of joining Robert Saleh's staff anytime soon?
Man, you know what, though?
You know.
Go ahead, Boog. Go ahead. Make your comment.
Well, I'm just saying, like, bald is sexy. I understand, Courtney, you and Phil got a head of hair that Lewis and I are jealous of, but I mean, bald is sexy.
Yeah, I don't know if I can pull that one
you know what? Yeah. Field, you know what? Field, I'd like to see you bald. I'd like to see what that would look like, though.
You don't want to see that.
It'd be different for you. You'd shock some people.
Yeah. Happened once in college.
Courtney, you just stay exactly as you are.
Thank you. I think I will stay the way I am here. All right, still to come on NFL Live. The Patriots exceeded expectations this season. Now it's all about taking that next step. And Lewis says it starts on offense. We'll explain next.
At Consumer Cellular, we only hire real humans right here in America.
That's why we're ranked #1 in customer satisfaction.
I wish I was human.
It's pretty great. Ranked #1 in customer satisfaction. Call Consumer Cellular.
How these little movers with double grip strips. Big moves, even bigger protection.
My accountant, who uses unsecured email, has all my tax info.
Tax forms have all the personal info thieves need to steal your identity. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points for identity theft. LifeLock, for the threats you can't control.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. Now I have Rinvoq, a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days, and some achieved...
Meets Oreo. Now you meet our Reese's Oreo Cups. It's the collab everyone's been asking for. Who knew giving in to peer pressure could taste this good? Oh, wait. Yes, you did.
This is Buick now. Buick. Exceptional by design. Get 0.9% APR on these Buick models. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get up to $3,000 allowance on Encore GX.
There's math, and then there's $10 Big New Yorker math. 201 square inches equals one slice for you, one for me, one for the guy who's like, I just ate, sure, and a couple for breakfast. You can't argue with the math. The $10 Big New Yorker, only at Pizza Hut.
Thanks for coming in to talk about Doug Jr.
Of course. Third grade is when I learned Liberty Mutual could save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance.
Why don't you come sit with us?
Oh, a little snug. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Okay, Richardson's, the holidays are done. It's February.
We thought so too, but then Verizon just gave us their best deal.
4 new iPhone 17s, all on them.
Now's the time for the best deals at Verizon. Like 4 iPhone 17s, all on us. No trade-in needed.
Love that spirit, folks.
Ooh, that looks good.
Subway's new protein pocket. Over 20 grams of protein, crisp veggies for just $3.99.
$3.99?
$3.99?
$3.99?
Subway's new protein pockets. Over 20 grams of protein for $3.99. Try all 4.
This isn't us saying we make an EV. This is us saying we make an EV worthy of being a Lexus. The all-electric RZ. Because the greatest measure of an automobile is how it makes you feel.
Josh, you're a pro baller, podcaster, and a wine connoisseur. Is there anyone doing as much as you right now?
Only Tommy John. They're doing the most. Soft, stylish, and supportive. This is Underwear with Game.
It's an ESPN Jam with some of the brightest stars in the ACC and SEC.
Zoe Brooks with the drive. Wow. That's a big-time shot for Ashlyn Jackson.
Taylor Williams delivering it again.
Here's McMahon. Unstoppable force. This is going to be a fun one.
We love that women's college basketball. NC State, Duke at 7. LSU, Ole Miss at 9. Thursday on ESPN.
2 good ones tonight in men's college hoops. Number 20 Arkansas, number 25 Alabama in an SEC showdown at 7 Eastern. Then 4th-ranked Arizona hosts number 23 BYU in the Big 12. You can watch both on ESPN and the ESPN app. Back here on NFL Live, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter, Patriots inside linebackers coach Zach Kuhr was named New England's defensive coordinator, the role he held on an interim basis last season. Kuhr has been with the Pats for just 1 year and was thrust into the role of defensive play caller in Week 2 when defensive coordinator Terrell Williams was diagnosed with prostate cancer. And the Patriots' defense was among the best in the regular season, allowing the 4th fewest points per game. However, the unit was even better during that playoff run. New England allowed less than 4 yards per play in the postseason while forcing 8 turnovers and recording 13 sacks. So in year 1 of the Vrabel era in New England, they had the number 4 scoring defense and ranked 8th in yards allowed, the byproduct of going all in on defense last offseason. But what about now, Lewis? Should the priority going into this offseason be on the other side of the ball?
Yeah, I absolutely think it should. I think, number one, starting on the offensive line, it's not about revamping the whole offensive line and throwing all 5 guys out and getting new guys. I think, honestly, it's about really developing the left side of the offensive line with Will Campbell in particular and making sure that he is healthy. Him and Jared Wilson have to grow together in the game of football. And you've heard some great offensive linemen already weighing in on Will Campbell and the fact that we don't need to be throwing in the towel on him anytime soon. He'll be just fine. He was just a rookie who got overwhelmed in the Super Bowl and quite honestly probably wasn't healthy. Do they need some more playmakers on the perimeter? Absolutely.